Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 104 of my LOTRO Lore Master Let's Play. I still can't believe that we're over 100 now. Welcome back to Moria. Today we are going to be killing some Gredbig, which is the plural of the name for the bugs in Moria that we come across. They're pretty gross. They come in a couple varieties. We're also going to kill some cave claws, because why not? Because, I mean, they're right here, so might as well, right? I should probably get out my links. I always forget to do that. But, yeah, so cave claws, Gredbig, all that fun stuff. The Haunted Burrow and the Harvestman Festival and all that stuff is going on right now. So if you're interested in that, you know, you should do that. I'm not going to be doing it this year because, honestly, the draw of the festivals for me is the festival cosmetic rewards, unsurprisingly. If that makes sense, right? But, it has been so long since they have actually taken the time to make worthwhile festival cosmetics that I just can't find myself bothering anymore. It is always a robe with some new design that they've come up with. It's always that very simple, basic, starter area textured robe. It's not even the new kind of armored robes that kind of flare out at the bottom and have the floofy sleeves or whatever. It's always the starter robes that look not very good. And a set of cloaks, one with a hood, one without a hood, and a horse with a tablecloth draped over it, more or less. And I'm not into it. And I'm sick of it. So I'm not going to be participating in the festival this year. If you like, I mean, I think the designs they came up with for this festival, for the tablecloth and cloaks and robe, aren't as bad as other festivals that have come up this year. However, the uninspired nature of these cosmetics means that I am just not interested. If you want them, I harbor no ill will to you for doing the cosmetics and getting them and doing the festival or whatever. But personally, I know I and other cosmetic people are just super not pleased. And I'll be honest. Because, I mean, that's the point of this thing, right? I'll be honest. I'm feeling a little kind of blah about LOTRO right now. We're having another festival with another robe and another tablecloth steeped in another set of the same old cloaks. And there was just a round of layoffs. This is the second round of layoffs at Turbine this year. And from what I understand, it seems pretty likely that LOTRO was affected in some way, at least. Of course, Warner Brothers Turbine won't specifically say how, who, or any of that. But, yeah, I'm not super into it. Also, my game is frozen right now. I think I gotta disconnect, so yay for that. Okay, so yes, my LOTRO did crash while I was just recording. Yes, it is very funny that while I was in the middle of talking about why I haven't been playing LOTRO lately, the game crashed. That is mildly hilarious. So, you know, take from that what you will. But yeah, so layoffs happened, and those don't make me super pleased, because it's never good for people, you know, to lose their jobs, generally, like, in any context. And it especially sucks when it's a game that, you know, you spend a lot of time playing, and spend a lot of money supporting, and it's disheartening when you hear for the second time in the same year, which has not happened before, I don't think, you know, they're laying off rounds of people. Last time, they laid off quite a few people from the LOTRO team. I think there wasn't quite as many people laid off from the LOTRO team this time. Again, I'm just speculating. I'm not 100% sure. But, you know, whatever. So that happened, and that kind of put me and a lot of other people in a sour mood about the game. So that's not great. The robes and cloaks. And also, I've just been really, really into Guild Wars 2 lately. And so I've been spending most of my time playing that rather than LOTRO. I actually wrote a blog article a few weeks ago talking about how I used to use gaming as a reward to, like, reward myself. Like, oh, I got so much work done, so now I can reward myself by playing a game for an hour or whatever. And I just haven't been able to do that lately because, you know, I at the time of writing the blog, I was getting paid to write game reviews, so obviously part of my job was to play games. So, you know, rewarding yourself with games when your work is games is a little weird sometimes. And then sometimes I guess I view my YouTube channel as work. I know I shouldn't. It is I enjoy it, but because of, you know, stress and trying to get things done and pressures that I put on myself, sometimes it feels a bit stressful and more work-like than it should. So again, playing games doesn't feel like the reward that it used to be for me. But since playing Guild Wars 2, that's definitely changed a lot. I've been playing Guild Wars 2 a lot, and I look forward to it. Like, I just took a day. I was like, oh, I've gotten so much work done. I'll do this. Like, I got a lot of housework done the other week, and so I was like, oh, I know, to reward myself, I'm gonna play Guild Wars 2 all day, yay! And then, like, it was really exciting, and I really enjoyed it. So, I don't know if that's Guild Wars 2, or if it's just, like, the fun of a new game. I'm leaning towards it being just Guild Wars 2, because it's just a good game, and obviously I review games, so I play a lot of games. Oh, I got all the things I need in here, I guess, so I can move on. Anyway, so yeah, lots of Guild Wars 2, not very much LOTRO. Sorry, LOTRO. I'm still playing, obviously, like, I'm still doing, like, LOTRO Players Adventures and LOTRO Players News. I'm obviously not being like, oh my god, I hate LOTRO, but, just not as into it as I have been the past few months. Also, back to LOTRO stuff, I really hate this effect. You might see along the edges of my screen, it's kind of like this yellowy, ambery weirdness. Basically, I used that mushroom that was on the ground, and I got this fungal effect. Sticky feeling, which is kind of gross. And basically, you get this a lot in Moria because of all the fungus and stuff, and it just is a really gross feeling. The color reminds me of puke, and it's just icky, and I don't like it. So, yeah, get used to seeing that. I think it's more prevalent maybe in Moria instances than questing in Moria itself, but it's definitely a thing. I think we might see some greenish or pinkish ones later on as well, if I remember correctly, once we get to, like, Foundations of Stone and Waterworks and such. So, that's gonna happen. Yay for gross stuff. And it lasts for ages, too, which is the really annoying part. I mean, this one still has about 20 seconds left. This isn't just like, oh, it's gonna be here for like 30 seconds or whatever. This is gonna take ages to go away. Alright, so now, after completing all that, I have to defeat the Grodbog Hive Queen. She's basically one of the big, long, screechy ones with all the little legs and feeler bits. I think I started talking about it earlier. Basically, there's two types of Grodbig, and there's the little tiny Grodbog, like this one up, or no, this is a spitter. There's these big long ones like this, the spitters. They've got all the feelers and the icky bits. These are the gross ones. And then there's the gatherers, and they're the little ones, little round, roly-poly bug looking ones. These ones, little Grodbog gatherers. They're okay. They've got a corruption on them, or whatever they're calling it now. A debuff, or a buff, I guess, for them. They take a lot less damage because of their hard shell, I guess. So, they're kind of weird. But alright, let's do this. Hive Nest. Using... Okay. So, here she comes. Queen is an extra big, icky one. Because she's the queen. That's what she does. Sweet! Okay, so we finished off this little wayside camp, and we can move on to the actual first real big quest hub. This is going to be Dolven View up these little ramps. These ramps always seem weird to me, because, like, they seem like they should be steps with how steep they are. Like, surely nobody's going to really be walking up these, right? Like, a lot of the pathways in Moria just don't make sense. Okay, I guess, like, it's been super abandoned for ages, and, like, orcs have been here and all that stuff. But so many of the pathways, like, you know, this was supposed to be this huge, epic dwarf kingdom. I mean, look at all this stuff. But, like, so much of it is just unpaved, gravelly road, and it seems kind of weird. Like, why is that a thing? Alright, so yeah, I just got the free goat. I closed the quest thing before. Sorry. But yeah, I have this prize tame redhorn goat. The speed, though, is 32%, which is awful. That is almost half of the goat I have right now. So I'm not going to be using it. I think it's a good-looking goat, though. But, I mean, it's good for when you just start to get into Moria and you just kind of need some way to get around a little bit faster than, you know, just playing on foot. I mean, it is, you know, it's 32% faster than on foot, so that's good. But, it's not great. It's not great. So we've got some quests around here. We've got the epic book stuff, and I think we should be more quests. I feel like, yeah, here we go. There's more quests. Of course there are. Alright, so clearing tunnels, that's pretty simple. Plant a banner. And defeat cave claws. Not too bad. There is one thing back over this way that I want to show you real quick before I move on, because those quests are all over that way. But there is something kind of down here. I should have shown it to you. I did kind of run past it, and you might have seen it a little bit. But it's kind of, it's down... Go on, little goat. It's down around there. Yes. We kind of ran past it earlier, and I want to get up close to it and show you it, because it's really, really cool. I remember when I found it, when Moria first launched, I was like, whoa, this is super cool. Alright, so over here we have this really, really, really cool thing. At first you're like, oh wow, look, this is a really cool looking geode. Like, oh, cool, look at those purple crystals and stuff. But, like, yes, that is really cool, but it gets even cooler. So you go around the side, right? And you look and like, oh, there's like runes and like some markings on it. That's pretty cool. And you start to move around a little bit more, and you start to realize that this is actually a map of Middle-earth carved onto a giant egg-shaped geode. If you'll notice, there's a big kind of turquoise diamond shape in the middle. That is Moria. So that's really cool. There's like a line that goes down vertically, more or less, just to the right of it, and that is the River Anduin. That's really cool. And then, of course, over to the left, there's another river. I can't read dwarf runes. Maybe one of you can, and you can tell me exactly what all these things say. I don't know if it's going to be in Kuzdul, which is the dwarvish language, or if it's going to be just rune, just transcription. But that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's really cool. You've got the mountains marked by little triangles like you see on maps. So this is just really, really cool. You've even got these runes here at the base of the egg that give direction. Like, this is also a giant compass. So that's really cool. This is just a really cool, really neat little... I hesitate to call it an Easter egg as much as I might want to. But it's just a really cool detail that they put in here, and I love this kind of stuff. We see some other stuff like this in Rohan, which I really love. There's some like shrines and memorials in Rohan that are really cool. So, yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this cool little map egg thing. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna cut off the episode now, because I've been talking for a while. But thanks for watching. Next time we'll start working on these Dolphin View quests, and yeah, I'll see you around the internet.